Durham quilts made by hand. Now that's just a quarter of a full-size quilt. It's like a little sample, and there's about 100 hours work in that. So you could say there might be 400 hours work in a full quilt. So that's going to take him weeks and weeks of work, because he couldn't work really by candlelight. He would work during the day. So whatever he got for these quilts, we don't know what he charged, but whatever he got, it would be a rich person that would buy them, but he still wouldn't be making a fortune. You know, it's very labour intensive. So that's how he made his living anyway, as a quilter. But when he got to 76, he was murdered, brutally murdered. That's the sad bit. Now he had been married. He married a woman, and he was 24. He married a lady who was 48, double his age. So they never had any children. Now she lived on until her 90s. He looked after her in her later years. She passed away, so he was all on his own, had no kids, no offspring. And all the locals called him Canny Joe. He was a kindly old fella who was always friendly, chatted to people as they went by. So when he was murdered, it was such a shock. You know, why would anybody want to murder him? It was a particularly vicious murder as well. That's the thing. I mean, it was January 3rd, 1826. It was a very bleak winter. The last person to see him alive was Mrs. Biggs, the peddler lady, and it was January the 3rd. About 7 p.m. she came to the door asking directions. Now, when she was questioned later, she said he kept talking at the door. Now, when she'd been previously in previous times, he would invite her in, especially on a cold night. And she'd even actually stayed in the cottage on occasion. She'd said he'd let her stay over when it was a particularly rough night and she was travelling. But on this occasion, he kept her talking at the door. And she said he seemed a bit anxious. So she thought that was a bit odd. But anyway, off she goes. That was 7 p.m. Now, approximately 8 p.m, Mr. Smith rode past on his horse, and he noticed that the door was shut. There was no smoke coming out the chimney, and there was no candlelight coming out the window. So he assumed Joe's having an early night. Didn't think too much of that either. But anyway, Wednesday comes, Thursday, people are starting to talk. I haven't seen Joe. They're starting to say, where's old Joe? I've never seen him about. There's nobody pottering about. So when I got to the Saturday morning, the vicar got brought some men down, and it had been snowing again. Anyway, they cleared the windows to try and look through, and they banged on the window, no reply. And they could look through the frosty window, and they could see the table had been overturned, something not right here. So they broke the door down, and they noticed blood up the walls, blood all over the floor. And when they cast their eyes in there, there's Joe's body in a pool of blood, and his cat and his hens are feasting on the body, because it's been there since the Tuesday, you see. And then, anyway, when they examined the body, when the body was examined properly, they found he'd been stabbed more than 44 times. His throat had been cut from ear to ear, and he'd been beaten with a coal rake like that, unmercifully. So it was a vicious, like, personal attack. Because, you know, some people might say, was it a robbery? Well, he didn't really have much.
Not with that damage to the body.
And they wouldn't need to go that far. It's more like a personal attack, isn't it? We don't know whether it was one person or several people, and why would they do it. Well, that's how word got round, and it got down to London, down to Robert Peel, who was the Home Secretary at the time, and he's offering 100 guineas reward on behalf of the parish. That's a huge amount of money. Even the King's offering a free pardon. Anybody who might have helped the murderer, might cover up the scale or something. Nobody came forward, so it's a mystery even to this day. Yeah. So the only thing to come out of it was we've been able to recreate the cottage. All the information that was recorded.
So whereabouts do you live? Was this his cottage?
The original cottage was in Warden, up in Northumberland.
Right.
Homersley and Warden, so it's not far from Hexham. But it was demolished in 1872, so we had no trace of it. So Beamish had to, I mean, they had this information, pictures and the plan, but there was no actual dimensions. So they had to go and find the site of the original cottage, and when they found it, obviously they could get the dimensions. And they found the bottom 2 rows of stone was still intact. So So they brought them here, and the bricks from the fireplace and those stone flags on the floor. So they replanted them here and just reconstructed on top of that. So that's how they've been able to reconstruct it. And then, as I say, all his furniture was auctioned off. So they've been able to replicate all that, the original pieces that match the description. The only thing missing is his actual bed, 4-poster bed here, and his grandfather clock stood there. They've taken them out because the roof leaks. But other than that, this is the furniture he would have had.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.